Well, the storm's really blowing through now, and the ducks, well, they're starting to move. Normally they just stand there and face into the wind. Man, look at that, if you can see the pond. Hey guys, my name is Evan and welcome to Country View Acres. So this morning I was planning on moving the steers over to the new pasture, but it ended up raining for like 3 hours this morning. Pretty strong little storm, very windy, and ended up having pretty good impact on the garden. So I've got a lot of wind-blown plants. All these potato plants are blown over from the wind, and a lot of these broccoli plants are blown over as well. You can even see it in the onions. They're blown over the direction the wind was blowing. So hopefully we don't have any limbs down or any damage. I haven't seen any so far, but I haven't got very far. But let's go ahead. We're gonna go ahead and get the pasture ready to move the steers in there. We can definitely see that the wind has pulled a lot of little tree limbs and leaves out, and we've just got a little bit of debris scattered everywhere. So I got a tree limb right here in front of the barn, and it actually had to blow out of that tree all the way over there. So it blew out of the tree over the fence and landed here. So that's some pretty strong wind. So here's the small pasture we're gonna move the steers in, and you can see we've got some patches here of tall grass, and it's turning brown. It's gone to seed and it's turned brown. It's gonna start dying off. So what I wanna do is we wanna mow this down, and that'll reset everything so that the growth cycle starts all over. We're gonna mow this down to about 5 inches. So it looks like there's only probably 3 areas we need to mow down. So over here next to this tree, there's a strip right there that's tall. The area that we just looked at, and then on the far end down by the gate, that area is all tall. The rest of this is like the perfect length for the steers. So most of this is 8 to 12 inches tall. It's really good looking grass, perfect for them to eat. Well, I just noticed a few limbs that are down. So we've got some walnut trees around the firewood shed. We've got a limb down over here, and then we've got another limb down there. And they're not very big. They're big enough I could just pick them up and carry them away. Well, it looks like the wind twisted up this chestnut tree. Hopefully it didn't break the actual tree. See if we can straighten this tube back out. Oh, so this is on one of those bamboo stakes. These do not work very good. It really needs like a nice metal T-post or something like that to hold these up. Something a little bit sturdier. All right, I got standing back up. That bamboo stake really wasn't in the ground. And that's actually a fairly tall little chestnut tree there. I'd say that thing's getting close to 12 feet tall, probably. Oh, there's another chestnut tree down. Luckily, at this age, they're still kind of green, so they don't normally break. All right, I got that one stood back up. Well, I think I'm gonna go ahead and try out Rebecca's zero turn. I haven't really mowed with this yet, so I'm gonna go ahead and start this up and try it out. So it's the next morning now, and the steers have been roaming around this morning, grazing. It's like 65 degrees, so it's nice and cool right now. It's supposed to get up like 80 today. It's supposed to be a beautiful day, a lot better than the 98 and 100 degrees we've had this last week. So I've set up an alleyway here to be able to get the steers across the driveway and over to that other pasture. Now that was an awful lot of work. I know a lot of people are like, what are you doing? Well, they've never been over there, so I don't know how this is gonna go, so I decided I'd rather have some panels here just in case. And we're gonna get some feed. We're gonna try to get them to go over to that pasture. Now next time, once they know what's over there, next time we'll probably just take some single electric wire and we'll just string some electric wire across here to keep them in, and they'll probably move across just fine because they know what that electric wire is. Now, I was disappointed with this, and I knew this was going to end up happening, but I really wanted these two gates to be able to meet right here, and they ended up being about 4 feet apart from each other. So I've got some bungee cords and just like a little strap going across there just to fill in that gap. And later I probably will go ahead and take this gate. I'll probably move it to that other side over there, and because they don't meet over here. It didn't work out the way I wanted to anyway. And then we can get that gate hung straight on the post and it'll look a lot better. But let's go ahead, we're gonna get some feed, see if we can get these guys in. Fireball, here's steers. Oreo, Fireball. Come here. Come on. There you go. Come on, look what I got. Look what I got. I got feed. Come on. Come on. Look where we got. We got the barn open. Come on, you gotta come this way. You guys have been in the barnyard before. Come on. What do I got there, Fireball? You know what I got. Come on. Come on. Come on, boys. Petey, you can't stay behind the fence, buddy. Come on, Petey. Petey, come on. I know. Well, you know what I got there, don't you? Come on. Come on, Petey. Good boy, Fireball. You're the best. Come on. There you go, Oreo. Come on. Oh, you just realized. He's like, whoa, wait a minute, this is different. Come on. Come on. Come on. Look at all this grass over here. Come on. Come on. I don't know. It's all new. Down another leaf. Come on. I'm gonna let you guys have some food, okay? There you go. So now that we got the steers over that side, we're gonna go ahead and dump their water out and get the water trough moved. Oh. Well, we tried not to fill this thing up so it wasn't so full. It's still heavy. So now that I got the water trough out of the barnyard, went ahead and let the animals out. I've kept those locked up so that it was easier to move the steers and we didn't have goats and chickens getting out along with the steers. So they were you could hear them in there cackling the whole time. They were really wanting to get out, so they're finally free. So the steers are all spread out. They're exploring the new area. We've got one round bale set out here for them to be able to eat on, have a little bit of dry hay, but there is plenty of forage out here. There's actually, this is a smaller area than what they were in, but there is more forage out here than there was in that whole other area. So they've got it ate down really well over there. It's pretty short. And there's plenty of stuff in here for them to eat. Plus there's low branches and stuff too. They really like munching on walnut leaves. And look, Fireball's just dancing around. They seem to be pretty happy. But yeah, there's plenty of like tree leaves and plenty of grass and clover for them. So I think they're gonna do pretty good out here. So this is the pasture that they just left, and they've eaten it down in a lot of places. And of course, there's anything that's mature, they've left and let it go to seed. But one of the big problems we have out here are these thistles, and they just keep getting bigger and bigger. Of course, they won't touch those, but look at these thistles. This one's almost as tall as my shoulders. But we're gonna come through here and we're gonna mow down this pasture. We're gonna try to get all these thistles knocked down and try to get everything even again and get this reset. And so it starts growing back, and then we're gonna move the steers back over here, in a couple weeks. Now I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna take the bug jars, we're gonna check those, get them filled back up. We may move one or two of them over with the steers. But the good thing about that pasture is there's actually no manure over there. So the fly pressure should be a lot lower over where they are now. So this fly jar by the water trough, it's got flies all the way from here, all the way to up there. That thing is completely full of flies. So we're over at the compost pile. So this one here is the fly mixture. Store-bought fly mixture. Oh, that is completely full of dead flies. There's even maggots growing in it. So this here is rotten duck eggs that was in the barn, and not quite as many flies. There is flies mixed up in there, but didn't work as well as the store-bought. So here's the other rotten duck egg, and there's a few flies in there. Definitely did not work like the store-bought. All right, we're mixing up some new fly trap stuff. This is the store-bought and stuff. So let's go hang these up. So I've got one fly jar here over the steer's water trough, and then I've got two hung up inside the barn. So now that I can rotate the steers out of the barnyard, I do got a few things that I want to do. I want to end up putting some gates on this side so I can drive in straight from the tractor from over there and be able to get in here and eventually clean out this section of the barn. And then I also want on this side, where we have these cattle panels that we've put across here, I want to put some kind of permanent gate system here so we can close off this area while we clean out the back of the barn. So getting the steers out of here I think is definitely going to help for me to revamp a little bit of the barnyard and get it the way I probably should have done it the first time around. And hopefully I'll have time to do that coming up in the next few weeks. So the steers, they definitely look happy when we moved them over here, and you could just hear them munching away on the grass. So this grass is taller than the other pasture. It's not overly mature since we've mowed it down a couple times, and it's just a lot easier for them to eat that taller grass that's kind of in the prime of its growth cycle. So this is going to be good for the steers to be over here for a while. And finally, I think I've got enough pasture again. At least I've got some areas where I can rotate them. Maybe we can start doing a rotational grazing again and divide this pasture up maybe into about 3 areas between everywhere, and do a little bit of a rotation again, let some areas rest. But I think that's going to be it for today's video, guys. So thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.